What is up, guys? Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails of Cold Steel. Last time, as you can see, we finished Chapter 5. We were able to stop the railway cannons from firing wherever they were going to fire, whether it's Crossbell or over at Calvert, whatever. We stopped them from being able to fire. And it seems the terrorist attack in Crossbell was also put to a stop by apparently Chancellor Osborne hired some Jaeger Corps to, I guess, defend him or just to take out the terrorists. So Gideon is dead. We'll learn more about what happened over in Crossbell once we do our Azure playthrough. But as of right now, everything's been stopped. Unfortunately, though, S and V were able to escape. C showed up to pick them up. And I guess now we're going to be heading back to school life. So let's see what happens in Chapter 6. Chapter 6 being the final chapter before the finale. So this will be our probable last normal chapter of the game. Because the final chapter of any game is usually a little structured a little bit differently. So let's get into it. We are moving ahead how many days? From the 1st to the 15th. Okay, of course, as usual.
あれから半月、帝国内の空気は不穏さを増す一方だった。
Understandably so.
帝国政府はテロリスト対策の名目で鉄道憲兵隊の紹介を大幅に強化しており、貴族派もまたテロリストに備える名目で両方軍の軍備を増強し、いくつもの両兵団を莫大なミラで雇ったという噂も流れていた。いずれにせよ、焦点となるのはテロ組織帝国解放戦線だった。共和国のテロ組織と協力する形でクロスベルでの通商会議を襲撃し、あろうことかガレリア要塞を襲って列車砲を発射しようとする。もはや単なる革命家気取りの集団ではないことは明らかだった。そして革新派やオズボーン宰相を狙い撃ちにするその行動様式から、帝国解放戦線が貴族化と何か関係があるのではないかという噂まで流れ始めているのだった。一方、通商会議が開かれていたクロスベル自治州でも動きがあった。帝国と共和国という二大国に従属している現状を打破するために独立国家として独立する、そんな宣言を自治州代表の一人が会議の場で大胆にも行ったのである。
What does that exactly mean, though? And we can see Dieter Croy here in the picture.
当然帝国政府はもちろん貴族派も非現実的な妄言として一顧だにしなかったが、帝国の内外においてこれまで以上に緊張が高まりつつあるのも確かだった。
Now back to school life for a bit. No, normal school life. Hi, Celine. Oh?
そんな秋晴れの午後、
Is this all the nobles coming back?
本年度初めてとなるトールス歯科学院理事会が本校舎の会議室で開かれていた。
First meeting of the year in September. I believe that's Mueller right there. Which he looks very different, obviously, because he looks a lot more bulky in his sprite back in the Sky games. So his model in Cold Steel always throws me off.
以上をもちまして本年度前期課程における運営報告を終わります。
なるほど。各種行事など運営面は問題なさそうですな。
It's kind of funny how, like, all the content ever since we got to, like, towards the end of Corellia Fortress has been voiced. Which makes sense, because, you know, obviously the later game stuff, where stuff is really starting to hit the fan, it's more important for that stuff to be voiced as opposed to early game stuff where it's just like, you know, kind of nonsense going on.
他の士官学校や高等学校と比べても学力、成績に関しては上回っている。
Well, that's good at least. If student performance is good, I don't know about Crow though.
2年生も負けていませんね。
A banner year? I'm not sure what that means exactly.
生徒会長を務めている女子など成績以外の活動も目覚ましい。
先日の通商会議では勉強も兼ねて随行団に参加していたが、本職の書記官顔負けの働きだったそうだ。
Atta girl, Toa.
まあ、通商会議そのものはあんな幕切れに終わってしまったが。
そうですね。私どものグループも株価が乱高下していますし、
帝国経済にとっても由々しき問題ではありますね。ところで先日の実力考査ですが、1組2組の成績が下がっているのはいささか気になりますな。やはり貴族生徒に対する優遇措置があだとなっているのではないでしょうか。
Ooh.
8月中、貴族生徒にのみ将来の領地運営を学ばせるため故郷への帰省を許可する。トールズの伝統ではあるんだが、今の時代には少々そぐわないかな。
お言葉ですが、そもそも伝統は保たれることに価値があります。文化、芸術、そして身分制度、帝国を帝国たらしめている伝統はやはり守られるべきものでしょう。
Okay.
本学院がドライケルス大帝の理念を受け継いでいるのと同じように。
だが大帝は身分にとらわれない自由な士官学校を設立することにこだわっていたとも聞いている。だからこそ貴族男子が大多数を占めていた200年前でさえ平民男子の入学も許されていた。今では女子の入学も認められ、平民生徒の数は貴族生徒を大幅に上回っているのが現状です。今こそ我々は大帝の真の理念を実現すべきではないでしょうか。
いいな。その当時平民男子の入学が許されたのはあくまで従士としてです。従士は騎士に従い、騎士は領主に仕え、そして領主たちがいただくのが皇帝であるのがエレボニアの伝統。士官学院の編成はその秩序を体現していたとも言えましょう。ならば今その秩序こそが歪められていると解釈すべきではありませんか。
うん。
やれやれ。本当にそうならば私も楽に意見が通せるのだが、あなた方と来たら揃いも揃って手厳しいことこの上ないと来ている。そのあたりも大抵の頃の伝統に引き戻してほしいものだね。
これは一本取られました。
理事長のご意見を検討し実現に向けて練り上げるのは我々の役目でもありますから。
ほら手厳しい。バンダイク学院長も何とか言ってやってくれたまえ。
わしはあくまでこの理事会の進行役に過ぎませんからな。若い殿下の改革にかける情熱に期待させていただくとしましょう。
さすがは我が恩師。それ以上に手厳しかったか。
良き師弟関係ですね。
さて次の議題は私の方からですが、動力ネットと魔道場に関しては先ほど報告した通りです。特に動力ネットに関しては今後セキュリティ技術の導入は必須となるでしょう。
ああ、そうだろうな。現在 IBC 方面の仲介がやりにくくなっているので直接財団を頼る必要があるが。
Things are shaky with the IBC.
そちらはお任せください。
International Bank of Crossbell.
そしてもう一件は魔道場とアークスの運用についてです。言い換えれば7組の今後の運用とも言えるでしょう。
それは。
娘が在籍していることはひとまず置いておくとして、先日のガレリア要塞の一件は改めて検討せざるを得ないでしょう。結果的にアークスの効果が十二分に発揮されたとはいえ、この状況下で同じように特別実習のカリキュラムを続けさせるべきなのでしょうか。
難しいでしょうね。テロリストの件といい、クロスベル方面の問題といい、予断を許さない状況です。
少なくとも今月については中止するべきかもしれませんな。テロ組織が検挙され、クロスベル方面が落ち着けば再開すればいいのですから。
Okay, but what if that's like a year from now? They're gonna graduate by then.
若者よ、世の礎たれ。
Emperor Drykel's words.
ご存知の通り、学院に伝わるドライケルス帝の言葉さ。そして7組の諸君はガレリア要塞の事件においてまさにその言葉を体現してくれた。列車砲発射という惨劇を阻止して世の礎を守ってくれたのだ。
Yeah, I mean, they did stop the cannons.
命令されてではない。自分たちで覚悟を決める形で。無謀かもしれない。軽挙かもしれない。身の程知らずかもしれない。
So you mean like your actions in Liberal?
だが私は学院の理事長として7組の諸君を誇りに思う。
殿下。
今後エレボニアはいやゼムリア大陸そのものが激動の時代を迎えるかもしれない。だからこそ特別実習の意義は大きい。激動の時代を共に乗り越える強さと手がかりを手に入れるという意味において、そうは思えないだろうか。
確かにクラス全体が成長している実感はありますね。至らぬ我が娘にどれほどの可能性が示せるかわかりませんね。
それを言うなら具足も同じです。
我が弟も同じですが、この学院に入ったことで少しは殻を破れたようだ。
来月は学院祭があるため、もとより実習の予定はありません。今月末の特別実習を予定通り実施するか否か、賛成の方は挙手を願います。
Yes, we're not gonna see. Special homeroom, 6th period, okay.
それでは具体的な案を皆さんから募りたいと思います。
October 23rd and October 24th is when the festival takes place, I guess.
開催日程は来月の10月23日、24日の2日間。出し物などの設置準備は前々日の午後からになります。当然、その前までにも入念な準備が必要になりますね。
I totally just noticed they're back in their normal uniforms.
まあその意味でも何にするかどうかは重要だろう。展示、イベント、ステージ、飲食店舗なども許可されている。そうでしたね、クロウ先輩。
単なる展示ってのはどこもやらんと思うけどな。
Yeah.
なんつうか、それをやったら学生として負けって感じ？
まずはみんなでアイディアを集めていきましょう。何でもいいので思いついたものから言ってくださって結構ですよ。
Milliam's face. Oh, hey, Crow's actually wearing red this time.
君たちな、少しは協力したらどうだ。
I know, it's just...
なんとなく集中しきれないっていうか。
お前こそ
先ほどから落ち着かない素振りだろうが。
無理ないよね。
ちょうど今理事会で我らの処遇も話されている。
その理事が肉親ともなればなおさら気になるだろうからな。
そうなのよね。今月の特別実習もどうなるかわからない状況だし。
まあそうだな。先月の実習のことを考えれば中止になってもおかしくない。
別に実習にこだわっているわけではないが、勝手なカリキュラム変更に納得できるわけがないだろう。その判断に身内が絡んでいるとなればなおさらだ。
うん、確かに。
わからなくはないかも。実際実習に行くかどうかで準備期間も変わってきますから、出し物にも影響しそうですし、確かにちょっと困りましたね。
真面目だねお前さんたち。
ところで根本的な質問なんだけど、学院祭って何なの？
Very good question.
君な。
すみません、そこのところから説明してませんでしたね。
Every year, the students here organize and put on a school-wide festival. There are stage events, food stalls, and all kinds of things to see and do. And it generally falls to each of the first-year classes to provide the main attraction.
2年生は進路もあるから有志限定みたいだね。あとはクラブ活動ごとに何か出すパターンになるかな。
へえ、面白そう。それだったら絶対に何かやらないとダメだよ。他のクラスよりも目立たないとなんか尺だし。
そうなのよね。早速1組の生徒に絶対負けませんわとか宣言されちゃったし。
何それ？
フェリス城か。
Yep.
いかにも言いそうだな。
実際6月の中間試験で1組は僕たちにかなり対抗意識を燃やしているみたいだからな。
ハイアームズの三男に勝ち誇られるのはありえんが、こちらの人数が少ないことも考えに入れるべきだろうな。
うん、そういう問題もあるか。
せめて他のクラスの出し物がわかるといいんだけど。
Kind of seems like everyone's having trouble staying focused.
ほらほら、シャキッとしなさい。
サラ教官。
Isn't this the self-study period?
そうだったけど、理事会が無事終わったからね。こっちの方に戻ってきたのよ。
それで
特別実習の方は？
君たちの父兄はどうもスパルタみたいね。全会一致で特別実習の継続が決定したわ。
Not originally, but I guess they came to it, I guess after Oliver's words.
そうか。
あはは、大変だけどちょっと安心したかな。
うん。先月のことを考えると慎重に行動すべきとは思うが。
Still, it feels like our field studies are a big part of who we are as a class.
そうだな。
めんどくさいけど仕方ないか。
王子殿下や理事の方々には感謝しないといけませんね。
よかったね。
進んで苦労を背負い込むとは若いね。
そうそう、王子殿下や理事の方々はそろそろ帰られるそうよ。まだ授業中だけど許可するから挨拶してきたら。
そういうことなら
お言葉に甘えさせてもらうか。
Yeah, go say goodbye to your family members. Oh, hi, Sharon. Mother, Dad. Machias, I haven't had the chance to talk with you since the summer festival. It sounded like you were quite the heroes at Gorelia Fortress. Come on, don't tease us. I'll be the first to admit that we acted rashly. But in the end, I have no regrets. I'm glad to hear it. It's good to see you again. Likewise. May feels so far behind us now. It really does. You have questions, no? It's written all over your face. I do. You were in Legram, weren't you, to meet Duke Cayenne? Correct. I was hoping to have time to greet you and your classmates, too. But I imagine you would rather he not take too close an interest in you. You imagine right. Still, I'm concerned. What is House of Albarea playing at? And not just us. What are the 4 great houses and the rest of the noble faction trying to accomplish? Haha, you ask like there's a simple answer. The 4 great houses aren't as united in opinion as you might think. Even within individual families, there can be disagreements. You know that I differ with Father on several issues. But rather than worrying about others' positions, I'd suggest giving some thought as to your own as a member of the family. I'm surprised you actually managed to make it here. I was expecting a business negotiation to crop up just in the nick of time, like it always does. Time is something you make, not something you find. All the more so if you're in a position of responsibility. Bah! Lady Alisa is quite the multitasker yourself, you should see her. She has no trouble balancing her time between her studies, training, club activities, and hobbies. Of course she doesn't. I'd be disappointed if she wasn't able to manage at least that much. You need to start using your time more creatively, Alisa, instead of simply doing what's required of you. Ugh. I saw the railway guns at Gorelia, you know, and I saw what those accents are capable of. And I can understand why Grandfather regrets ever making them. Do you honestly feel like things like that are necessary? Are you really okay with that? I think the fact that you've seen enough to ask me that now means that deep down you realized that they're both necessities in this era we live in. Well, the opinions of others are only that. Stop relying on them so much. Observe for yourself and draw your own conclusions. That's what someone who was truly independent would do anyway. Still, I wasn't expecting to find myself indebted to you again so soon. Without your intervention, the Chancellor and I would have met our maker in Crossbell. Don't mention it, we're just relieved you're okay, Your Highness. Indeed, I'm glad you were able to focus on making a positive contribution at the conference. I wish I could tell you that's exactly what I did, but I could scarcely find a place to chime in once the Chancellor and the Republic's President got going. Though the Mayor of Crossbell managed to dumbfound even them. I presume you're referring to his proposal for Crossbell's independence. Hard to believe it could actually happen. Well, as long as both Erebonia and Calvert refuse to accept it, the likelihood of it actually happening is incredibly low. Still, they're planning to hold a referendum on the issue to see if the population is in favor of it. So there'll be plenty more chances for disputes to break out over the issue. Well, neither of them want to lose all that sweet tax revenue from Crossbell. Half of it flows into the provinces too, so like, fat chance the noble faction's gonna take that line down. Milliam? I swear, this kid has all the delicacy of a rock to the face. Haha, so you're Milliam, are you? Your name seems to have come up with increasing frequency lately. I was hoping for a chance to see the famous Argentum in action, though. Oh, sure thing. Come on, Lam... Whoa there, cool your jets. I'm not sure this is the best place to call out Argentlam. Just a hunch. Lame. Objection overruled. That could have gotten messy. Honestly, it would save us all a lot of trouble if you just refrained from saying whatever pops into your mind, too. Lame. Oh, who might you be? Say, are you from the Vander family? The one who serves as the prince's bodyguard? Oh, did Neidhart mention me? Mueller Vander. He just looks so small in comparison. I'm Mueller Vander of the 7th Armored Division. I was with the Prince at the conference in Crossville, so I'm in your debt as well. Glad to be able to thank you personally. The honor is ours, sir. It's an honor to meet a member of the esteemed Vander family. Ah, so you're the Radiant Blade Master's daughter, and you must be the practitioner of the 8 Leaves 1 Blade style. I'm always happy to meet fellow students of the sword. Oh, and you must be the young man from Nord who my uncle wrote a reference for. That would be me. I owe a lot to Lieutenant General Vander. It sounds like he's in your debt as well, with everything that happened in Nord a few months ago. Well, you all seem like dependable young men and women. Aha, perhaps the Prince's idea has some merit to it after all. Heh, see, what did I tell you? It's not just Class 7 either, the whole academy seems so full of life. Perhaps I should take this opportunity to break down social barriers by getting to know all of them in the academy's pool. And there's normal Olivia. If you really want to work up a sweat, I'd be happy to let you run back to Heimdallar. If you kept up a good sprint, I bet you could even make it in a couple hours. You'd actually make me do it, too? Ah, the cruelty. Thy name is Mueller. It's like their hearts are practically beaten sync. That's certainly one way to look at it. I wonder how long they've known each other. Well, then, I bid you a fond farewell. I hope we have the chance to meet again soon. Really thinking about it, Olivia is the only one from the Sky Games we've met in Cold Steel. Unless I'm forgetting somebody. 3 days had passed since the board of directors handed down their decision. With the assurance that our field studies would continue, we finally turned our attention to next month's festival. However, losing those couple days at the end of the month meant we had much less time to prepare. And no matter how much we brainstormed, we couldn't think of any compelling ideas our small class could pull off. Eventually... Geez, I can't believe we burned through another week already. But hey, at least it's the perfect weather for a weekend out on the town. I hope you all enjoy your free day tomorrow. Especially since you've got our practical exam coming up next Wednesday. You couldn't just send us off with have a good weekend, could you? Haha, just wouldn't be Instructor Sarah if she didn't throw in a little dash of torment. And then we have this month's field study coming up at the end of next week, right? Yep, just like we've been planning. We might have made a few changes to the original itinerary, but nothing major. I'll tell you all about where you're headed after the practical exam. So until then, keep on guessing. Yeah, you don't need to make it into some sort of dramatic revelation. She always does, though. Ooh, I can't wait to find out where we're going to go this time. Oh, and by the way, you guys really need to figure out what you're going to do for the festival next month. First years have to participate, so if you can't think of anything, you'll be showing your field study reports instead. What? That certainly wouldn't be my first choice, or even my fifth. Anyway, that's a wrap for homeroom. If you'll do the honors, Miss Class President. Yes, Instructor. Stand, bow. Well, I'm pretty sure she was just joking about putting our field study reports on display, I hope. Either way, we need to figure out what we're doing by the start of next week. That sounds wise, especially considering we have our practical exam on Wednesday and our field study next weekend. If that's how things stand, we should make it our goal to at least have some kind of solid ideas by the end of tomorrow. Makes sense. We also need to check out what the other classes are planning. If we ended up doing something that was already being done, we'd seem totally redundant. Yeah, we should split up and start gathering some info. But remember, we need to find something that'll work with the number of people we've got. Yeah, all the other classes have more than double the manpower we do, easily. And And they all seem to have some pretty grandiose aspirations at that. If greatness were reliant on numbers, museums would be full of artwork produced by a committee. There must be some course of action that can turn our lesser numbers into our advantage. But yeah, the question is, what? If we had an easy answer, we wouldn't be spending all this time worrying about it. Hee hee, I'm getting kind of pumped up. Well, a little inter-class competition never hurt anyone. In fact, it might spice things up a bit. Oh, I guess that's for Crow and Milliam, now that they're in normal costumes. Alright, well, Reen's back in his normal threads. So I guess we'll check in on everyone before heading back to the dorms. Colette? I'm more interested in the food stalls than anything else this festival has to offer. It's so much fun to go around trying all the food on offer. Hee hee, my mouth is already watering. Colette obviously really likes food. Alright, so second floor, looks like a lot of them are up here. Gaius and Fee, well that's a duo you don't really see much. Coming up with a good idea for us to do for the festival is a lot harder than I thought it'd be. Honestly, I'm starting to think that some kind of display wouldn't be that bad, at least in principle. It wouldn't, but that's the go-to idea for so many of the culture-related clubs. That, and I think that beyond the visitors enjoying it, we should do something we'd enjoy putting together too. Haha, true enough. A display-type exhibit would always work out in a pinch, but it wouldn't be something that we'd get excited about. Agreed. I just came up with a good idea. Okay, oh, let's hear it. A shooting gallery using real bullets. Only problem is you put a hole in your prize. Oh, that's the only problem? Yeah, that would never fly on Academy grounds. Dang. Well, keep trying, Fee. Oh, looks like his arm is all fixed up. That's good. Seems like most clubs have already have their plans sorted out for the festival. I had that. Okay, I said all the correct words, but in the completely wrong order. Seems like most clubs already have their plans for the festival sorted out. I don't know where I got summer from. What if we're the only ones who haven't decided on anything yet? We really need to hurry and figure out what we're gonna do. I agree. There's Bridget over there. Let's see what Bridget has to say. How are things with Alan? I saw Alan heading towards the fencing club earlier. He's had this look of determination lately. It's as if he's doing whatever it takes to change himself and get stronger. Well, I'm guessing that determined look is probably him wanting to challenge, Patrick again. Oh, did Milliam join the cooking club? When did you end up joining the cooking club, Milliam? Not that long ago. I figured I'd get to eat all kinds of tasty stuff here. Just remember that it's the cooking club, not the eating club. Haha, don't worry, I'm making stuff too. I made the stove blow up the other day. What? Oh boy. Words right out of my mouth. It's actually kind of crazy to think that, you know, we're at the end of the year already, because it really wasn't all that. I mean, obviously I recorded a lot of this series in bulk. Like realistically, it was like a week ago probably when we were doing I guess when I was recording the Nord stuff. But that feels like actual months ago, like it was in game. Who's up here? Alisa? Seeing Mother at the meeting convinces me more than ever that she'll never change. But I still can't believe she's been on the board of directors this whole time. Well, the revelation did kind of come out of nowhere. Did you manage to talk to her at all? Technically, yes. She has a way of saying all the things I don't want her to say, though. Alisa. Sorry, don't worry about it. No sense dwelling on the past when we got plans to make for the festival. I don't want her laughing at me for going on about being independent and then not being able to make one simple decision. Haha, yeah, you're right. Doesn't look like there's anyone else up here, though. Yeah, so I guess let's say hi to Sarah on the first floor. Rosine and Instructor Thomas. Yes, if possible, I would like to guide some children from the town through the festival. My Rosine, you're certainly jumping into the sister lifestyle with both feet, aren't you? Well, I see no issue with that, so go round up the kids and bring them along. What a relief. Thank you so much, Instructor. Not at all, not at all. Keep up the good work at the church. Oh, Neidhart is here too. I'm surprised after everything that happened he has time to be here. Try and come up with an idea for the festival soonish, okay? Though I guess that's easier said than done, what with the board's decision to go forward with your next field study. I know, we're pretty limited on time we can devote to brainstorming. Well, either way, better to have a few ideas knocking around sooner instead of waiting till the last minute. The longer you take, the more of the Vice Principal's angry ranting I'll have to endure. We'll do everything we can. Hello, Instructor Neidhart. Glad to see you made it back to the Academy. Indeed, all matters relating to the attack on Corellia Fortress have been taken care of, so I'm free to return. I apologize I was unable to teach you for such an extended period of time. Don't worry, Instructor Sarah did a fine job filling in for you. Is that so? I'll be sure to thank her later. Not the type to leave debts unpaid, is he? I always feel like a cape like this, wouldn't it be very uncomfortable to sit in a chair with that? I don't know. Got all kinds of people out here. We got Monk right here. We got this duo, Hugo and Becky, hanging about. I had planned on questioning my brother about the Noble Faction's intentions while he was here for the board meeting. However, he managed to deftly dodge my queries and avoid anything even remotely resembling an answer. There's definitely something odd going on with them, the Noble Faction, I mean. I've even heard rumors suggesting that they're linked to the terrorists. At any rate, it's our responsibility as nobles to do all we can to understand what's really going on. And our life here at the Academy, particularly our field studies, provides us the perfect opportunity to do so. I agree. Oh, hey, you two. We plan on helping any and all clubs that will be making use of the field for the festival. Hehe, what could Alisa and Ferris classes have in store for us? Very good question. No one over here. Edel. It's the seeds Fee planted have bloomed into beautiful flowers. Oh yeah, I see that. Teehee, I'm so happy for her. It's because she poured so much love into them. Yeah, look at how they ended up. Fee's flowers are in bloom and giving off a gentle, calming aroma. Fee right now is hanging out with Gaius. Well, so much for that. Friedel transforms into some kind of monster if you put a sword in her hands. But I won't give up, not after the promise I made to Bridget. You still have a long way to go, Alan. I get that you're focused on the festival right now, but you can't use that as an excuse to slack off. I felt like I was squaring off with a demon just now. Hello, Schwarzer. I've been hearing rumors that Class 7 still hasn't decided what to do for the festival. Do tell me they're untrue. I wish I could, but they're true. How about your class? Decision already made? Heh, you should have expected no less. Not only that, we've started our preparations and even organized a practice schedule. Needless to say, things are proceeding very smoothly for us at the moment. Wow, it's really impressive, especially a month ahead of time. That's not to say I don't have concerns, however. I come from one of the 4 great houses, meaning that rumors have been spreading about my family and their plans. This is exasperated by the fact I find the rumors believable. My family may well be up to something in secret. Patrick. They're only rumors. At the moment, it's our priority to fulfill our duty at this academy, which means you need to hurry up and decide an idea, understood? Will do. Good luck with whatever your class is up to as well. Well, at least Alan's trying. Laura's obviously here, but... Oh! She hadn't spawned in yet when I first looked over here. Today, I'd like you to try the butterfly stroke. Really? Isn't that a little advanced? Is it really? I thought butterfly is one of the easier ones. Oh no, I'm thinking of breaststroke. Never mind. Don't worry, it takes some getting used to, but I'm sure you'll be able to manage. If you put in the time to practice every day, you'll have it down faster than you think. Alright, where else? Crow's at Engineering Building, of course, and then everyone else in Student Union with their clubs. And then we'll end things off once we do that. Hey, Reen. Haha, speak of the devil, Crow was just talking about you. What's this I hear about you guys struggling with your plans for the Academy Festival? It's embarrassing to say it, but it's true. Well, you've had so much on your plate with field studies, who can blame you? You can start thinking of stuff now that all that's out of the way, though. Good point. But it'd be nice if you actually lent us a hand to come up with something. And if I did, I'd be denying you youngsters a valuable lesson in independence. How could I live with myself? Haha, sounds like Crow's already made himself at home in Class 7. Heh, it sure does. In fact, they're getting along so well that I think he should spend another year with them. Hold on, Jellica, you're not seriously hoping I get held back a year, are you? What'd I ever do to you? That reminds me, actually, what'd you guys all do for last year's festival? We were in different classes, so we all did different things. My class had a little attraction that used some machines I built. You certainly showed off your stuff with that, didn't you? Meanwhile, I had the pleasure of playing the leading man in a play we held in the auditorium. Now that was popular. By which I mean all the girls went absolutely crazy for her and almost tore the auditorium down. Of course, I had to wade through the sea of admirers to get to my top priority, Towa's Class Cat Cafe. Just remembering how impossibly cute she was in that cat outfit sent shivers down my spine. Wow, I didn't know you could weaponize cuteness. But not only did Crow take charge of helping out a bunch of different places, he even organized our performance that closed out the festival. You all did a performance together? Yeah, nothing too fancy. Might have been almost as popular as Jellica's play, though, I don't know. Oh, let's not be humble now. It was far and away the most popular event at the festival. The audience was so excited that Towa managed to get over her initial nervousness and really get into it. Now I've got to know what this was. Maybe I'll tell you about it some other time. Speaking of Towa, actually, we really can't thank you enough for what you did while the trade conference was going on. Haha. I guess that applies to Crow, too. I don't even want to imagine what would have happened to her if you hadn't stopped the railway guns. Okay, turn off the waterworks. No need to thank me for helping a buddy. He's right, besides, it's not like we were the only ones involved either. I'm just glad we're all safe and sound and can joke around about the festival like this. That's all the thanks I need. Even so, thanks, Reen. Good luck on coming up with something. Seconded. If you need us to lend a hand, just ask. I'll do just that. Alright, now let's head to the Student Union building to end things off. No one's in the library, which I guess makes sense. Everyone's focused on the festival right now, not specifically studies. The twins are here, of course. Class 4 plans on opening some kind of cafe for the festival, which I was totally in support of until they decided to use Vivi and me as the twin waitresses. I think I'm too shy to be a waitress. So me and Linda are gonna be waitresses together. Hee, sure. There's a market for that. Being twin waitresses sounds pretty good. Now I'm really looking forward to the festival. I'm sure you are. You troublemaker. Emma, what do you think about the outline I gave you, Dorothy? Well, I like the fact that it's focused on boys' adolescence. But unlike my work, which hinges on indulging a lady's fantasies, yours is much more subtle, artful even. This is perfect. This is exactly the kind of thing I've always wanted to read. Phew, thank goodness. Right. We're at a disadvantage in both class size and preparation time. It might be a struggle to put something worthwhile together. Ideally, we could think up an idea that only we could pull off. Well, it's safe to assume that their chess club got to stick around since they're still in here. I ended up in charge of the room design for Class 3's event. I plan to base it on a certain haunted castle famous for its paranormal phenomena. I do so hope that something excitingly unnatural happens during the festival. Hehehe. That's ominous. Alright, Rex is in there. Sounds like people are talking inside. Okay, next on the agenda is the issue of food and drink stalls. More specifically, how we ensure hygiene standards across all of them. That's a big one, especially with how many non-academy visitors we'll have. Worse yet, Heinrich and some of the other instructors were saying the stalls should be banned if we can't take care of them. Are they crazy? We couldn't possibly ban food and drink stalls at a festival. That's half the fun right there. In that case, we're really going to need each and every student to understand their responsibilities in regards to hygiene. Just shower. Shower, use deodorant, and make sure everything on the stalls is clean. We've still got about a month, so if we take the initiative early. What if we discuss this with Instructor Beatrix in the infirmary and worked with her? That seems like a good way to do it. Sounds good to me. No objections here. It's settled then. I'm sure if we work together, everything will be fine. Let's move on to the next topic. She seems really busy. I was hoping to ask her about what Class 7 could do for the festival, but today definitely does not seem like the right time. Maybe tomorrow. All right, and we've talked to everyone here, so I guess now we're gonna end things off, and then next time we're gonna head back to the dorms for the night, and then get ready for our free day, where we'll think more about what to do for our, I was gonna say field study, but for the festival, and then of course do our usual daily tasks on our free day, and I'm sure explore the old schoolhouse again. But yeah, so that's gonna be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe for more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.